Happy Friday.
We're here.
Well, it's Friday when we release this.
But it's not even Friday today.
Yeah, but it's for everyone who's
who
listening.
Knows what day they're listening.
Well, I hope you're listening on a Friday and it makes sense. Either way, welcome to the
if you subscribe, you would get notified.
Nice.
Then you can listen to Danks. I was going to say pod, but I mean, sorry, I fucked it all up. Anyways, yes, you could listen to us immediately.
Mm-hmm. On the day. On the day. Anyhow.
Luna says hi if you can't hear her.
She has been
chirping in the back.
Super chatty.
Come here.
All week.
Come say hi. Yeah?
All week. She's chatting.
She's a chatty catty.
I imagine that her life is narrated in her head.
Do you think she's actually like saying something? Because I wonder how annoyed Honey gets.
I think so. I imagine her life is like that Will Ferrell movie when he's got the narrating voice.
No. Yes. No.
No.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it at the moment, but yeah, it's like he's going around and then there's some narrator who's narrating his whole life and he's like yelling at the narrator to like stop it or like, no, that's not what I'm thinking. And that's what I imagine her day is like, that there's this narrator in her head going around and she's just like, bah, 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 shut up. No, that's not it.
Oh, I wonder if she was like that in the at the shelter.
I don't know. She's been pretty quiet since we caught her, but also louder than Honey. I don't know. This week in particular, she's just been
she definitely
extra
talks
chatty.
More than Honey. And though I think the more comfortable she gets with us, the more she chats. And I'm trying to decipher which ones, what her chirps are. Like if it's play or if it's food.
I see.
Or what?
Yeah. I don't know either. A lot of the times she just tries to drag you around somewhere.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, follow me. Like,
yeah.
What? Where?
Yeah, I know. There's no end. There's sometimes she'll take me to the dish and wants me to pet her while she's eating.
Yep.
And then other times she'll try to take me downstairs, which I assume is for playtime because they like to play on the carpet more. Other times it's just like, the fuck do you want? She just goes from room to room.
Exactly. Exactly. Cats are weird.
They so are.
Yeah. And they're like vicious, but sweet. Like when I watch them play sometimes, it looks like they're trying to kill each other. Like right now, down here on the street.
Yeah.
But that's just cats playing. Like cats playing is trying to kill each other.
Just,
And getting like right up to that point where I could kill you. No. And then they kind of stand there and look at each other and Honey like looks over her. She's like, I could just like bite your throat and kill you right now. And then it's like, but I won't. And walk away.
Well, Luna will hiss.
Yeah.
She does get like, but it's funny because she is the bigger cat. She's usually on the bottom. Mm-hmm. Like Honey's doesn't always have her pinned, but it appears that way. But I think it's just Luna flops on her back and gives Honey the one up. Honey
has this tackle move. She'll kind of wait and Luna puts a paw up and that's when Honey just like full on NFL grab. And then they go tussling around and they slam into the door or something.
Yeah, Honey is definitely more like a side swiper. You're going to walk by as soon as you holy, I don't know if you can hear all the rumbling happen around here. Ready to rumble.
They have been chasing each other and chirping and running.
Honey's so fluffy right now.
Yeah.
Why are you so fluffy? Are you okay? Like, I thought that only happens when you're upset.
I wonder, though, if it's because they've seen a bunch of squirrels and birds outside all the time lately. And I know Honey just wants to go chase those things and kill them. And so I'm wondering if she's just turning that energy around. She's like, I can't go get a squirrel, but come here, Luna. Pow.
Pow! Beat up. Anyway, so that's just a little update on what the cats are doing.
That's your daily 5 minutes of cat banter.
And we just actually found a new nickname for Luna.
Oh, yes, we did.
So tell the audience.
Well, Honey got a little chunky, and we started calling her Gordita because that is Spanish for like fatty.
So funny because she's
and
so
it's
much
also like a
now.
bean-filled tortilla. So it's like a food as well. And then, Luna likes to roll herself up in the carpets and stuff, and she looks like this little burrito, but I called her an enchiluna because an enchilada is like a burrito.
An Enchiluna. Yeah.
And she's all chunky too, so we got the Gordita and the Enchiluna. And that's their Spanish nicknames.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yep.
Pardon my yawn. I'm sorry, Britta. You're the one that brought that up recently. I don't know if anybody else has noticed. I actually didn't really notice as much, but I apparently yawn a lot.
Oh, wow. On the air?
On the air, I guess.
Wow.
I know.
Man, when is that going to become an antiquated phrase?
What?
On the air. I was just thinking on the air. Like, when is that going to become too old of a phrase to use?
Well, I don't know when I heard that last before and right now.
Yeah. Right?
Are we on the air?
We're on a podcast. It's a podcast.
We are out there.
But what else has been up? Oh, I ripped up the front yard. I ripped up like 80% of the front lawn.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to make it nice.
Yeah. Yeah, homeowner here has a lawn. He's the lawn guy now. You know how it goes.
I've always wanted
He's a lawn
nice
dad.
lawn.
A lawn dad. Why? Tim, can you fill me in on why you guys are obsessed with lawns?
Guys? I don't know about guys. But
yeah, guys, dads.
I don't know.
Homeowners.
I can't speak for everybody else,
Men.
but I just know growing up, we never really had like nice lawns. They weren't terrible, but they always they had some weeds in them, and then like they would die every summer and turn gross, and like they were none of us like edged them and kept them nice. Like we would mow them regularly, but I don't know. I never felt like I had a nice, green, luscious, awesome lawn. And I just kind of want that.
What are you going to do with that lawn when it's all nice and green and luscious? Are you just going to stare at it?
No, I'm going to like lay in it.
You're going to lay in it?
It's so comfy. Have you put your hands down on like the new grass that's on the front half?
No.
Oh my God. It's like the greatest thing. You know, like the grass out back, how it gets all brittle and gross because we don't water it and it dries out and stuff. Yeah. And it's old and like I need to reseed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing like that.
Okay. Well, I guess I got to go outside in my bare feet.
Mm-hmm. And then we have those neighbors across the way who have the nice lawn with like the cool. Oh, their lawn is gorgeous.
Like the neighbor's lawn.
No,
the grass is greener on the other side.
I'm inspired
of the road.
by it. I'm inspired by it. I'm not jealous. I'm inspired. And they have the cool planter boxes with all the flowers and garden. Like it looks so alive, and there's so much green. I think it's mostly the green that I want, because to me that just, I don't know, always feels alive. I don't know if that's part of like the Northwest upbringing where, you know, everything is usually just covered in green and it's alive and beautiful.
It's different about being here than BC.
So that's mostly why. I just want a nice green lawn out front that I can lay in that's nice and soft. And I know Honey will love it because she loves going out and laying in the grass too.
She loves grass.
Yep. So right now she thinks it's a giant litter box.
Well, yeah, because it's all ripped up.
I know. It's my fault.
Right.
Yeah.
Snaps for Jake. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome. What's everyone else working on? Send us an email, paradinks@gmail.com. Tell us what you're working on. Include a photo. We'll put it on our Instagram.
Well, I'm still working on the Breath of the Wild.
Remind everybody what that is.
Yeah. So with me, there's not a whole lot going on. It's work, Breath of the Wild, sleep. So that's the Legend of Zelda Nintendo Switch game that came out, I think it was 2016 or something. I'm way behind on the times, but I also didn't have a Switch. Yeah.
Wow.
Something like that. Yeah. And then Tears of the Kingdom's sequel, I guess, or apparently you don't have to play it in any order. Anyways, that just came out and people are obsessed with that. And I was like, I want to play Zelda. I didn't have a new game. So our buddy Anthony, thank you so much.
Shout out to Anthony.
Yes. Let me borrow his. And anyways, it's just massive. It's large. And it's different than any other Zelda game because you had more, I feel like you had more dungeons. Like Ocarina of Time, for example. When you're a kid, you have like 3 dungeons. And then when you're older, you have, I think, 7 or 8 to do. And in this one, there's 4 divine beast dungeons. And there's not like a whole lot going on in there besides powering up some terminals and then fighting a boss. And then you're supposed to go fight Ganon, who is the bad guy in all the games. But anyways, they focus more on the map and collecting things throughout the map. So I have an interactive map on the computer, if I hadn't already talked about this. And I definitely have had to use a walkthrough a few times because it's just it's fucking big. The dungeons were super easy, but they have shrines. There's like 120 shrines where you go and you pass like a test to get an orb that then you trade in for like heart containers and stamina vessels that help you. Anyways, it rains too much because you have to climb there's mountains galore. And some of them are so high. And when it rains, you can't climb. You slip and slide. So I'm like, how am I supposed to get around when everything's so high up and it's fucking raining all the time? So that's what's annoying. But that's what I'm doing.
I hear it so much from downstairs.
So sorry.
I hear this. I hate the fucking rain. And I go and look out the windows and I'm like, it's not. Oh.
Well, it's so frequent. It's just like, or is it because I play for many hours? I don't know. I just feel like it's raining all the time. Now I just caught myself because I did spend 12 hours the other weekend, one day, gaming. But it really didn't feel like that because, time flies.
When you're having fun.
Time flies like an arrow. But fruit flies like a banana. Anyways, I don't.
We're gonna take that routine on tour.
I'm full of jokes.
Yes, you are.
Anyways, yes. So, apologies if we've already mentioned that, or if I've already mentioned that I'm playing that game, but it is consuming right now.
It takes a long time to finish. And you're the type of person who finishes like 100%.
Gotta be.
So, yeah. I do not have that patience.
Well, and that's why this one's actually kind of feels tougher.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just so big and it feels like to finish 100%, you just, like, if you're not playing constantly, it's going to take forever. And I don't like that either. I want a game. I want a game to end sooner than later, but I want to collect everything. So,
oh my God.
But there's like 900 of these seeds I have to get.
Mm-hmm.
I have 600. So I'll just,
and you got 400 of them in that 12-hour period.
Oh, no, they're so spread out and you have to like do little puzzles to get them. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're also on our sober September as we did last year.
Mm-hmm.
And Jake's like, well.
No, we're on it.
We are. Yes, we are. We're doing it.
I just had some days of struggling with it lately.
I know, but it's also the first week. So, and that'll go. And I'm really headstrong about it right now because I am taking it very seriously.
Yeah, I definitely need a break.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where I always start with, like, I have to prep myself with the, I don't know, with a bunch of sober things and, listen to a bunch of smart people talk about how alcohol is poison and blah, blah, blah. But then I get into it. And then things like the other day, I was on YouTube and this video popped up talking about John Daly. And I don't know if you know who John Daly is, but he is a PGA golfer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he is infamous because, like, he lives on cigarettes, Diet Coke, and whiskey.
Wow.
Like, this guy just does it. And he's a phenomenal golfer. Or, like, as phenomenal as most other PGA pros are. But
Okay.
he just is the exact opposite of everyone. Like, he hates exercise, doesn't like the taste of water, absolutely
God.
despises anything that's not like junk food. And so he's just like this big guy who just smokes and drinks all day and plays golf and like crushes it. And I'm sure he's got health problems and stuff, but at the same time, he's been doing that forever. Like, it's always at this point when those stories of people who treated themselves terribly for a long time, but they're still doing okay, and they start to pop up in my head. And I'm like, yeah, I could be fine. Like, I could do this for another 40 years and still
How
be
old is
fine.
he?
But I honestly don't know. But
Guess.
50s, 60s,
Yeah.
something like that. I don't know. It's something I find funny because there are those few examples of that, and then it's always in those moments when I want to drink that they pop up, and it you want to use it as some kind of justification.
I get it.
And I'm like, no, but I'm totally like that too. Like, my
Huh.
body's built to handle drinking. I could totally do that for a long time. But
Yeah, but our wallets can't.
I know that's the other part.
Yeah, that's a good one too, because it gets there.
But I do notice it with my motivation to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it kills a lot of that. I notice I'm not someone who, at least now, and maybe not forever, like, I don't really feel comfortable drinking a lot and like doing work or trying to do stuff. Yeah, like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I like to just drink and have fun and shoot the shit and kill time. Like, it's not like I can drink and be productive and do stuff. Does that
I'm
make
the
sense?
opposite.
Yeah.
I like to do things.
I totally don't. It's like, I'll have this idea like I will. I was mentioning this to my brother too, especially in creative work. Creative work. Sorry, I feel like I was talking fast for a minute. Especially in creative work. Maybe because there is a stereotype of people doing drugs and being drunk all the time and like doing their thing, but I find it can ramp up that energy of wanting to do something creative, but then getting into it and trying to like go deeper into an idea or explore a new way of doing something, like, the follow through gets totally lost.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to sit down and like play a bunch of cool guitar shit. Sit down and start doing it, and like nothing's sounding right. And you start getting a lot more, what's the word? You beat yourself up a lot more for your mistakes, and like it just kind of goes nowhere. Versus if I'm sober, sitting down, trying to create something, you're gentler on the mistakes. You have a lot more energy and capacity to explore an idea further. It's generally a better time.
Yeah.
So
I'm liking it so far because I've established a routine that's working really well. So, and writing down a list of things to do throughout the day, after work or get done in the day, I find very helpful. It's been easier to get up at 7:00 in the morning.
That's funny. I've struggled getting up in the mornings lately.
Yeah. No, I am preparing for the winter traffic also. Because if I have to abruptly start to wake up at 7:00, I'm going to be like, fuck. So I've gotten up at 7 for the past 2-3 weeks now. So just get started. It's easier. It's definitely easier when you're not going to bed late. Also, if you're up having a couple drinks and whatnot.
You know what I read? There was a nice message that came across my Instagram feed. It was mentioning these like signs that you're like doing better than you think you are, kind of thing. But one of them did touch on that, like if you're feeling tired and drained and sleeping more than usual and that kind of stuff. It said, good, like your body needs this time to heal. Like, your body's tired. It needs to heal so you can get back to it with more energy. And that was a nice reframe to have today, because I'm someone who can really feel guilty sleeping in. I don't know, like, even if I have nowhere to be, if I wake up late in the day, I somehow just feel a little guilty about it.
Jeez, we are opposite there. I mean, no way. I get up and I'm like, okay, I'm going to sit on the couch and play
It's from
some
so
games.
many years of just staying up late and getting up early. Like, I don't know. It's just been
This
part
is
of my
your
habit.
time now. This is your business here.
Yeah, totally. I 100% agree. I still just struggle with a little bit of that guilt in the mornings at times, but that felt nice because, you know, at first I was feeling like, why? Like, come on. We went to bed early and like, I've gotten so much sleep. Why am I feeling tired? I'm like, oh, no, this makes sense because I've literally been drunk like all summer.
But isn't it
So,
nice
like,
for
that's
you
hard.
when you wake up a little bit later than me because the coffee's ready, your AG's ready, your vitamins are ready.
It is so nice.
What else is
The
there?
cats are fed.
There's a list started.
Yep.
Yeah, the cats are fed. You really just have to get up and sit down.
It's
Get up
really
to sit
nice.
down.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. But yeah, I get all that stuff started the night before though. And even with food, you know, being more prepared with doing like slow cooking meals and whatnot.
Yeah. Those are the best. But anyhows, we don't want to bore you with too much of that.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening this week.
Yeah,
we're going to keep it short.
Yeah, I was like, you want to record later? and then when it came up, I was like, I don't really want to. Let's keep it short.
Yeah.
So sorry, but we'll fill you in and chat more next week.
All right.
Thank
you.
for stopping by.
Bye.